Shane with HowToSmokeMeats.com. Today I'm going to show you how to prepare prime beef loin tri-tip roasts that is so delicious, so tender and juicy, you're going to want to make cold and hot roast beef sandwiches, cheesesteak sandwiches, gourmet tacos and burritos, cheese and beef nachos, and black and blue salads for months to come, like we do around here. So let's get smoking. So I purchased a couple of USDA prime beef loin tri-tip roasts. This is one of my favorite cuts of meat because it is so versatile. From hot roast beef sandwiches, cheesesteak sandwiches, burritos, tacos, black and blue salads, there's lots and lots of different meals that we will have for months to come. I'm going to lightly dust these with Jane's Crazy mixed up salt. It's a nice blend of spices that we like around here. I could use salt and pepper, that would be fine. The reason why I buy prime is because prime is significantly more juicy and tender than choice. The reason why I buy two is because it's just as much work to smoke one as it is to smoke two or more. See you outside. Okay, we're ready to sear the roasts. We need a nice hot griddle to get started. Now it's time to remove the roasts from the grill, insert the temperature probes, and place them in the smoker. I'm going to insert the temperature probes so that the very tip is at the center of the thickest part of the meat. Now's the time to place the roasts into the smoker. I've set the alarm for 130 degrees. Medium rare. Okay, so we started off with our smoker target temperature of 225 degrees, and the internal meat temperature alarm has just gone off at 130 degrees. It is time to remove the roasts from the smoker. Okay, we've removed the meat from the smoker. It's time to go inside and double wrap in foil for a 10-minute rest period before slicing in the taste test. I'll see you inside. Okay, the 10-minute rest period is over. We double wrapped each roast in foil, and now it's time to slice the meat. There are two distinct grain patterns in a tri-tip roast, and it's important that you identify them so that you can slice against the grain. If you look at this tri-tip roast, you can see that the grain is running this way up to about there, and then the grain runs this way. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is cut the roast in half right about here. I'll take a look at how that looks. Medium rare. Gosh, that looks wonderful. Let's go ahead and get started. So tender. Oh my gosh. And now's the time for the taste test. Tender and juicy. The next step is to chamber vacuum seal portions to be frozen and used in meals later on this month. The key to gourmet leftovers like hot roast beef sandwiches, cheese steak sandwiches, tacos, burritos, black and blue salads is vacuum sealing everything you don't eat the day you smoke the meats. This is what it looks like when it's all done. All you need to do is boil a pot of water, drop the bag into the boiling water. Once the meat is reheated, dinner's ready. Now let's get smoking. Hey, Shane with today's pro tip. Some of you may have noticed that I started with the sear and finished in the smoker, rather than starting in the smoker and finishing with the sear, often referred to as the reverse sear method. Reverse sear is usually for smaller cuts of meat. When you're smoking a large cut of meat, you can get into a lot of trouble very easily because you'll pull the meat out of the smoker when it may need several more minutes to get to the internal temperature that you need. And when you're searing, that's not the time to try to do that. It can be very tenacious trying to use a thermal pan or checking the internal temperature of a large piece of meat like a tri-tip roast and searing at the same time. Play it safe, finish in the smoker, and you'll always have great results. Now let's get smoking.